Hi, in this video we're going to explore how to customize a blotter/sales tracker for a rep or a financial institution. So across the bottom we have four tabs that are blotters. The advisory blotter, which is advisory or RIA type work, things that go into Pershing NB6 type accounts. Transaction blotter is where you do your commissionable business, variable annuities, direct way mutual funds, commissionable business like 5MC at Pershing. Consulting, this is where we do E360 plans. And insurance, this is for life insurance. And annuity is considered transactional, that goes into transaction blotter. So in today's example, we're going to add some writing advisor. We're going to add an additional writing advisor and an additional servicing advisor. We're going to look at how we can change the different branches, and we're going to look at how we can change the source information. So across the bottom, again, you see those four tabs plus the sales dashboard along with the call list and opportunities. There actually are more tabs that are hidden. So if you hover over one of the current tabs or live tab, right click, hit unhide, and you'll see that we have 5 additional hidden sheets: the activity tracker, receivable tracker, drop down data, internal programming, and endnotes. So we're going to go to the drop down data so we can add additional people to customize the blotter itself. Now you can see the drop-down data tab appears, and inside there, indicated by the bright green indicated by different colors up here that correspond to the tab. So this light blue is the advisory blotter, the olive or light green is the transaction blotter, and so on. So we want to add David Mercurio to this list. So what we're going to do is we're going to do two things. We're going to put Jerry as in a number 3 slot as he is a former advisor, and we're going to add Dave to the top as he's the primary advisor. So we'll do a simple copy and paste to move Jerry, and then we're going to type in David's name up here. And let's make sure we spell his name correctly. Mercurio. We want to do the same thing for the servicing advisors, and the easiest way to do that is just simply going to be a copy and paste. If we want to add an additional branch, we could. We can say they open up a branch in Libertyville, simply add to the list. Now if you go back to the list and you notice that the branch in this example we added doesn't show up, it simply means you have to expand your data validation range, and we'll explore that in a different video. But you simply just add, these are the lists that create the drop-down list. So example here now, if we go back to advisory blotter, and we go to the writing advisor, click on there, and now we see David, Joe, and Jerry in that order. So going forward, we can choose all 3 of them. For branch, let's see if our Libertyville showed up, and it certainly did. Looks like we left room for 5 branches in there. But if it doesn't, if we get down, we're in a 6 or 7, we'll have to expand this range here, and again, we'll explore that in a different video. So let's go back to our drop-down data. Let's remove Libertyville, as that is not what we actually want to use. So if we stopped here, the advisory blotter would be customized now for the current look and feel of Itasca Bank.
Correct.
However, what we need to do is go forward and continue to add David to the transaction blotter,
Okay.
to the consulting blotter, as well as the opportunity. I'm sorry, those 3 there.
Okay.
And then in a different slot on the opportunity tracker, we need to add them here as well.
Advisor. Okay.
What we can do is if we think we're done, we can do a search. So we know that Jerry and Joe are in the slots for all those. Let's do a easy way to find somebody is to do a Control F.
Control F, yeah.
And there's a video dedicated to Control F. But let's type in Jerry, and we can just keep finding the next Jerry. So we need look that Jerry's missing David there, and everywhere we find occurrence of Jerry, we'll want to add David to that range.
Okay. Maybe find all.
So we hit the Find All button. We can see all the places that Jerry occurs, and we can run through the list this way, or we can simply expand the window, and you can see all these places. Click on it; it'll take you to the next appropriate spot, and there's all the Jerrys. So we'll close that. The next thing we need to do is to remove some of the sources that don't relate to that specific entity or rep. So in the case of Itasca Bank and Trust, advertisements fine, brand awareness, cold calling, current client, new money, list, lobby days, lunch and learns, they may or may not do them, but they're okay there. From Fidelity, other, their website, prize drawing, referral. Here's where they're not going to have, they don't deal with AMCCU, these other places, so we're going to get rid of these spots here. We're going to delete those, and we're going to move the bottom section up, the remainder of the information. So now we have a nice tight consolidated list. Let's go check it out. So we have from advertisement down to walk-in, and where we changed it was referral goes from referral now to referral seminar. Let's just double check on our advisory blotter under source. Okay. Walk-in is the last one. Referral seminar, so the ones in between there have now been removed successfully. We can go back to drop-down data, and then we want to continue that under the different source places. Again, we can do a search for source and make sure we're looking at all the appropriate places. But in this case, it should be just the two main blotters, the advisory and the transaction. And that, in a nutshell, is how you customize the blotter. Again, you can change things like company. If a certain branch uses XYZ mutual fund or ABC annuity that we don't have on the list here, we simply add it to the list. You can sort it alphabetically if you want it that way. You could put the top three on top. You can arrange this how you want. Just always make sure you double check once you've done this. Make sure you go back to the appropriate blotter and make sure that the drop-down list has appropriately taken the information that you set up in there. But that's how you customize the blotter for the appropriate rep and or appropriate office. Thanks for watching.